How's it going, horror fans? This is your favorite horror geek, Joby Snyder, and I'm here to talk about a new film that just recently came out, July 10th, actually. Um, and I'm not really going to spend a whole lot of time talking about this film because I don't have a lot to say, and what I do have to say is, I guess, mediocre because I feel like the film was mediocre. Guys, we're talking about the 2026 horror film Evil Dead Burn. I want to start off by saying that I absolutely love the Evil Dead franchise. I am a huge fan of the original films. Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness. I can remember going to the theater in 2013 and seeing the remake, the reboot, whatever you want to call it, for Evil Dead. And in the theater, I actually didn't like it. I was a little disappointed with some things. But as the years went on, it definitely grew on me. And now it's a film that I can sit down with and turn it on and do shit around the house and have it on and enjoy it. And I really enjoyed. I think it's 2022 or 2023. Evil Dead Rises. It's one of the two. Evil Dead Rises I thought was brilliant. Really great film. So now we jump to 2026 and we get the highly anticipated Evil Dead Burn. And I just want to start off with some quick basics about the film. It was directed by Sebastian Vancic. If I said that right, probably didn't, but that's okay. He is the director. Its release date in France, it came out on July 8th. In the United States, it came out July 10th. It has a running time of 109 minutes. So really not that long of a film. The budget for the film was $20 million, and in the box office it has grossed $66 million. And it's weird that I have the feelings that I have about this movie because it's your classic Evil Dead thing. It has all of what Evil Dead has had since the beginning. I don't know if I dislike the plot or the what this story is, because it's not a bad idea. We follow our main character. I don't even know the names of these characters. That's how uninvested I am. But we have our main character. She is French and she is married to Will. I do know his name. And they own a restaurant and they are celebrating his brother's birthday. But you can quickly tell that their marriage is rocky and that they are having issues, and they get into a fight, and Will takes off in his very fancy car, gets into a terrible accident where the demons and this random girl, and she's like in the car. I don't know, it's hard to explain. Well, he burns to death. So we jump forward. Now she's grieving. You're not really sure what she's doing. She's grieving, and she's getting ready to go to the funeral where she meets up with his family. And then they go back to the family home, and that's where all hell breaks loose, and she reads a passage from the Book of the Dead. Not even the Book of the Dead, like Will's brother is writing a book and he's studying what his uncle, their uncle found the Book of the Dead and fought these demons, and now the younger brother, who I don't know the name of, is studying it, writing a book, and he has these things written down. Well, she reads them, and of course brings hell on earth, and soon the family has to fight this evil dead. And it's your basic Evil Dead story, and it has everything that you want Evil Dead to have in it. It's violent. The possessions are awesome. I mean, they're not bad. Like I said, it has some brutal moments, but it's lacking something. For me personally, it's not got that touch that the other Evil Dead movies had. This film feels really quick, really fast. What I liked about Evil Dead Rises is you really connected with the characters, who the characters were, and each of them. It was really easy to connect with them and get to know them, and then feel for them when everything goes down. This family sucks. Even our main character, like, they're all just awful. They're all not likable. And you want to like them somewhat. The film doesn't give us anything to like. I didn't feel connected with any of them. I didn't feel like losing them was a big deal or wanting them to survive, because they were all just kind of annoying and kind of assholes. Like the rich family, and she's just a basket case. And it's not because she just lost her husband, because we find out later that their marriage was very awful. But I want to see more, but like, I feel, I'm not saying don't go see this movie. If you're a fan of the Evil Dead series and a fan of horror in general, I highly recommend that you do go check it out. It's worth a watch, but for me, I can put in the original Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, the remake in 2013, Evil Dead Rises. I can put all those on the TV and watch them religiously and have them on and enjoy them and be happy with them. This is not a film I'm going to come back to. Like, even if I have like an Evil Dead marathon, I'm not going to just put this on, or I'll probably stop at Evil Dead Rises. But that's just my opinion. Like, it didn't do it for me. Who's to say that you're not going to like it, or people aren't going to like it? And like I said before, when I saw the first remake, the 2013 remake, I didn't like it. It grew on me as the years went on, and as I watched it more, it became a film that I actually did enjoy. I think the only thing I didn't like about the film, that film, is none of the characters' names were the same, and that's just a pet peeve. But a really cool thing about that film is all the characters' names in that film, the first letter of their names spell out demon, which is pretty badass. So I think that that's really cool. But this just didn't do it for me. I'm not saying that it's a horrible film. Cinematography is fantastic. The effects are amazing. The violence is awesome. It's definitely got that Evil Dead feel to it. It's an Evil Dead movie. But by the time it was getting to the climax, I was just kind of like, okay, like I'm not invested. I just wasn't invested. I watched the whole thing. Sometimes when I don't like a movie, I just say fuck it and I turn it off. But I wanted to make it from beginning to end. It begins pretty well. It does have a pretty good beginning. Kind of random, but it's a good beginning. But then it just it just fades. It loses what the other films have, if it even had it to begin with. So yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I don't want to disappoint you. If you haven't seen it yet or you're planning on going and seeing it, don't let this review keep you from making your own opinion, and it's not a waste of time. I think that it very much is a film that should be seen at least once, but in my personal opinion, depending on who you are, you're probably only going to want to watch it once. But if you're looking for something to do on the weekend, you're looking for something to just do or go see, I recommend you go check out Evil Dead Burn. You might be disappointed, you may not. That's up to you to decide. But until next time, horror fans, I want you to stay scared, stay safe, and happy watching.